feeling the mood of the characters with this thrashing, thumping electronic score from Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross. That was awesome. The music was terrific in this movie. It was so loud and in your face, and I fucking loved it. And I know some people are like, I can't hear them talking. I can't hear them
That's the point.
That's exactly. It's just.
You think they mixed that and didn't notice that the music was loud?
It's done on purpose.
I don't understand when people like when you complain about that. It's like it's what they wanted, and so
Well, sometimes it's not great.
obviously
but this is done on purpose.
Yeah, it was clear. I watched the film twice, and it was like that was the mix both times. It's clear what they were intending. And on top of that, so the slow motion and the music, it would pop up in times where we're not used to it happening. I think that's what threw people off. And it's all about creating.
Yeah, like it'd be like a discourse, dramatic discourse, and it's just like this loud, propulsive music.
Exactly. It's about creating a feeling and a tone. And it like sometimes it would work, and you're feeling the anxiety of the characters because that music just comes in and like it gets your heart going. You're feeling what the characters are feeling, and in the slow motion, it's just you're setting the tone. And again, you're setting a feeling for the audience to experience, rather than it's not like this isn't just like a showy slow motion shot. Like, oh, this looks cool. It's like it all is done for reason and for purpose. And I think that this film is so incredibly stylish. I think it's far and away the most stylish film of the year. I don't see anything that could ever top it, too. It could be the most stylish film of several years. And I really adored every second of it. It's my third favorite film of the year. Dune Part 2, Perfect Days, and Challengers. Those are my top 3 in the year. And I really adored this film. And on top of that, I know a lot of people are complaining that it doesn't like... I heard about complaints before the film even came out from the tennis community of it not being very accurate or respectful to the tennis community. And I understand that. It's like... This movie's not really about tennis. It's set in the world of tennis.
But it is about tennis because everything's tennis.
Everything's tennis. I know Tashi says that, but I don't think this is really necessarily a tennis movie. This is a movie about a trio, a relationship, a trio, a threesome. I look at this movie, and this whole movie for me is a sexual experience and a relationship experience between 3 people. Every beat of it. And so for me, when I watched this film, both times especially the first time I watched it, I was like, that movie wasn't about tennis. It was about fucking like half the time. And even the tennis is like that. When you watch the guys play, and it's the bond, it's the relationship, it's the kinship, it's the intimacy. There is an incredible amount of sexual innuendo between the 2 male characters and an incredible amount of sexual tension between the two male characters. And then we see that in the tennis play, with the frustration and the lack of connection, and it taters down into the relationship.
Taters down?
Teeters down.
What's taters, precious?
What's taters, precious?
What's tennis, precious?
It teeters down into their lives, and it separates them, tears them apart, splits them, and it brings them both down into a darkness emotionally and intimately. And in a way, Tashi is a reason for both of these men falling apart. But then when we get to the finale, we're getting the catharsis, and they're finally joining the intimacy, and the intimacy is back again. I have a list of like so many great moments of intimacy between the 2 male characters that Luca sneaks in and here and there and sprinkled in all on purpose.
Do you want to do it, or do you want to do it later?
Yeah, you want to hear it?
Let's do it. Yeah, might as well do it right now.
Yeah, let's keep it hot, man.
Yeah, keep it hot. Well, hold on. Let me break down the characters real quick.
I didn't feel like you wanted to do something.
This is a non-linear film.
Yes.
And the majority of the present day is the Challenger match. But then we're jumping from different periods of time in the past of when they're teenagers, when Art Donson, played by Mike Face, Patrick Zweg, played by Josh O'Connor, and then Tashi Donson, played by Zendaya, are interacting because she's a top-tier tennis prodigy, 18-year-old prodigy. She's going to be a star, the next, the biggest tennis star on the planet, the next Andy Roddick, the next Serena Williams, a superstar. But she's going to go to college first, where Art Donson's going to go to Stanford. But they do meet at the Adidas party that they go to because they won a doubles championship, and she won the singles championship.
She's throwing the party.
It's her party with Adidas. She's a rising star and the face of tennis. And Art and Patrick are best friends. They play doubles together, but they're also promising tennis players for singles. And then they all kind of sort of end up in this love triangle throughout years and years that were cross-cutting between back and forth from whoever is in a relationship with her or not. And I love how the Challenger event is basically the base layer of this movie and the story, then going back and forth.
It's the frame of it all, yeah.
And just, I want to say, all these performances are absolutely terrific. Zendaya is so phenomenal. But Josh O'Connor and Mike Faist also faced. I've never really seen them in anything before that I can think of.
Mike Faist was in West Side Story.
Okay.
And then Josh O'Connor.
You're right, Mike. He was, yeah.
Josh O'Connor was in The Crown.
Gotcha.
For 2 seasons. And then he just blown up recently, and he was just in La Chimera, the Italian film, and then this film. But he is a rising star, obviously just cast in Wake Up Dead Man. But Mike Faist is also coming out with the Bike Riders next month.
Absolutely incredible performances. These guys were terrific paired up with Zendaya. The chemistry was off the charts with all three of them together. But I really love this movie, and I love the nonlinear storytelling. But please tell us about the intimate moments between Art and Patrick.
Well, first, now that you're on the actors, what was really great, and especially with Zendaya, we got to see them portray their characters in multiple areas of their lives. So as 19-year-olds, and then a little bit old, then in their 20s, then in their 30s. And we got to see the evolution of these characters really seamlessly. Each actor did subtle things and evolve their personalities and evolve their physicalities, their hairstyles. Everything about them was a little bit different. Zendaya, I think, overall was far and away stole the show, and I think this is her best performance. She's had so many great performances, but this really gave her the range that she's always had, the potential to hit in one film.